Yes, the return, Baba. Era bakulu babasikhothela bovuka ufanele emhlweni. Wala sibuyile le pound $7 nabantwana. Soda another one from Soda spent to everyone. It's your life. Othando kayikhanda, othando kayifiza.
Okay, ke namhlanje ngidibana no Mix Blouse. Uyi wenza fusion, ne? Wenza rap kancane. I guess ne R&B yayenza, ne electro yayenza, ne Kwaito yayenza. But into special ngaye is that gender non-conforming. Umuntu ongafuna ukuthi usisi kanye ngubhuti.
Okay.
Yeah. Akafuni ma label.
Yeah.
So right in the middle.
Akasikhathela vele umuntu uyasikhathela ngeke akhethele omunye umuntu.
Sure.
Yeah.
Na kwi music na kwi genre sithi umuntu, it doesn't mean that makenze I rap yodwa. If ufuna umixa enze fusion mayibe njalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kwala. Yeah. Kwala.
Siyabonga nebhuti. Sure.
Yeah. Kwala. Yeah.
Simple. It's just coconut milk
Yeah.
and banana.
Kwala. Yeah. Kwala. Yeah.
Mix Blouse.
Yebo.
Now tell me about umculo wakho. Because we know that when the fusion it's not one thing. It's not Kwaito, it's not rap, it's not R&B, it's not electro. Mixe yonke into. So how did you decide on that, or did you fall into drawing from different types of genres, or was it a deliberate thing? Guti, I don't want to be in one category or the other.
After I released a few rap tracks, it just didn't feel like ngenza mina, you know? So I had to find like a level of authenticity, something that feels like me. And the only way for me to do that was to tap into my childhood. Like, estradini, wherever I go. And it's like, that was Kwaito, you know? So in kind of trying to mix onke ama influences now in terms of what I listen to and what feels like home to me, I'm driving my sound more towards Kwaito than anything, without neglecting the fact that I love dance music, I love electronic music, and of course I can't sing, so I rap.
So when I think of Mculo and Kwaito, which I'm trying to like re-investigate for myself because it's had an influence in my life, I think of like ETKZ
100%.
and the Halloween album, which I mean I was 8, 9.
Yeah.
But man, I probably didn't even get the lyrics, but the sound, the fact that just the production, was phenomenal. What kind of Kwaito music, when you grew up, was influencing you?
Sure,
it
was.
Into your work now?
It was so much. Like my cousin, who's a little bit older than me, was obsessed with Ikalawa jazz.
Really?
Yo, he was obsessed. So we had everything endlini from BOP, Trompis, Bongo Muffin, Boom Shaka.
All the classics.
You know, all of that music was always playing endlini. And I think we relate more to Kwaito because ikhuluma ulimi esilukhulumayo.
Sure.
And it's not quintessentially Zulu or quintessentially Xhosa, it's just like slang.
Yeah.
And we all get
all
it.
get it.
You know what I mean? So yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of people say Kwaito is dead, but I don't think so. I think it's evolved, you know? I think it's changed. People grab influences from different genres, but you can always still trace the influence of your Kwaito, you know what I mean?
Do you feel that you have responsibility in this time and day to be political somehow, even if it's not about ipolitiki as in government, but about the things that are political about your life?
Your mere existence is political. You know what I mean? So when I choose to write in vernacular, those are my politics that influence that. That's part of the decolonial, you know, the project of decolonizing ourselves. And I think it's very important because, you know, since the advent of the internet, we're seeing a lot of interest in South African artists coming from overseas. And I think we would be doing a disservice to ourselves to not take the opportunity to sell our culture to them. Rather than emulating what they do and selling that back to them. Like, I think that would be a disservice to ourselves, and it's just counterproductive, really.
Okay. Tell me about whether you feel Kwaito as a genre makes enough space for Black queer community and Black queer influence.
So for me, expressing myself through the genre of Kwaito is also about reclaiming that as a queer person, to say this is also part of my identity. So I don't concern myself too much with whether or not the space will be made for me. I'm claiming the space. I'm taking it.
Which is what art does.
Yeah, 100%.
I picked up that there's a bit of like avant-garde influences there. So just tell me about creative processes, how you make things come together from the sound to the look to the feeling which you've just described.
Okay, so with the recording of the track itself, it was quite organic.
Okay.
It wasn't intentional, Uguti, okay, I'm gonna write about safe spaces.
Yeah.
It just, the sound, it was very festive to me, the beat. So I thought of a party because, you know, we like to party. Mm-hmm. And then I started thinking about the issues that happen in party environments.
Yes.
You know, I've got a lot of girlfriends that get harassed all the time when we're at parties, you know. Like I've had people having to leave a party because I'm comfortable.
Rich on my body, he straps on my winnie.
I don't want to make art that is inconsequential. Like, finally to it, why I was here in Jungle Beyonce. What people?
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Making your tracks, just be mindful of that. Times they are changing, it's a revolution. When someone like me has your ears when I speak. Yashindo. Sandiso.
After the whole journey, I finally get to go to the Kwaito Revival, and at the event, young people showed up. Like, I'm overall is body, I'm an all-star wabo. They came through. You could see they took the event seriously. They prepared for it, and once we were actually in the joint in the club, and the tracks came on, we just all went wild. An event like that, to have young people come through and show up and show out in that way, was proof to me that Kwaito, yes, it's changing, it's transforming, it's opening doors for artists like our Blouse to come through. But it isn't dead, and young people and old people are still very familiar with the sound, and there's a lot of nostalgia in terms of that music being able to take us back to a moment, but also we can travel with it. There's a weird thing that happened during the night though. DJ switched to like currentish hip hop and R&B. The crowd switched off. They were like, nah, we didn't come here for this. And that was so enlightening to see that they were taking the event and its theme so seriously. And it was really nice because it proved that whatever our contentions are between old school Kwaito and new school Kwaito, point is Aifanga. Yeah.
da